Right then, guys, you join me on the mighty Menai Strait. Target tonight, bass, cod and bull huss. But anything will do, even if it's a few peckers, it will do. I've got to watch what I'm up to because you can see the water goes right up to there. I've already planned my way out. I'm safe. I've had a little recce, seen my little exit, and you should always do that when fishing. You want your little safe places, don't you? I'm sure people who fish here will recognise where I am. There's the most amazing sunset. The sun has just dropped. Oh, this is absolutely perfect. You can see the water does come right up to there. So I'm safe. I know my exit. I know where I'm going. I know what's happening. Yeah, what we have to, it'd be nice to get a cod, wouldn't it? I've not heard of any come out this side of Christmas. I had one in December, the start of December, about a month ago, from over there. I had a nice one. We want a nice one, but it was probably big for the Menai. Nothing like you get down the Humber or on the Mersey, but for Anglesey, it wasn't a bad cod. And that was only from over there. You know, and I'm fishing this mark on low water. It's going to start ripping through soon, so I'm just going to keep my eye on it. I've got some 8-ounce grippers and just see how I go. But yeah, I'm going to put a marker on the beach, and when the water gets back up to this level, then I'm going to get out. And I could get cut off if I was absolutely stupid, but if I go when the water's about where it is now, it's a nice simple walk back round to the beach, up the steps and out. Yeah, I'm excited. As I say, I think, what did I say, about an hour and a half till low? And when it turns, I'm expecting it, but I don't know what the ground's like out there. I can see big patches of weed drifting through, and I can see boils on the surface, which could be rocks or stuff under the surface. Well, it's got to be, and it's not a fish. There's like big swirls and boils. That's normally when the current rips over something, causes a bit of a stir. But yeah, look at this. It's just about to get dark. I'm in complete isolation again. You know, the last few trips I've had, I've been fishing on my own in just complete isolation, not on piers, not on busy beaches, not on breakwaters. And I've got to say, even though I haven't been catching that much, like just being out completely and utterly on your own like this, where there's probably no other humans for a good mile each way, is just, I don't know, something special about it. And I'm just here now, and this is where I am. Yeah, it's getting darker by the second, and as soon as that sun does drop, it's going to be time to get the rods in. I'll show you the setups I'm going to do in a minute, but it's pretty much a single worm bait on the one targeting the bass, and then a big pulley pennel with a big ball of goodness, squid, crab, mussel, worm, just in case there is a unicorn out there. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now. I'm going to get my lights set up. One up there, glow this up like it's in daylight, get the camera on, get the head torch on, and hopefully gonna have a few good fish from here. There's so much weed coming through, so much weed, and it's a big tide. This could scupper the chances of an easy session, but we're not here for easy sessions. We're here to get stuck in and make it happen. So yeah, I'm gonna watch this little bit of a sunset go down, get the rigs on, get the baits ready, and wow, see you in a bit. The rods are ready. The rods are ready. On the left rod, I have this very juicy big black lug on a pulley pennel. Hook at the top so the worm can't slide, and a hook at the bottom. That's on a pulley pennel. The left rod, however, which is targeting cod, because I had a cod from just over there last month, is just the biggest ball of goodness you have ever seen. It's got crab in, it's got squid in, it's got black lug in, and it's covered in mussel. There's 4 different baits in there. Just look at that. But the target is cod on that one, bass on that one, but it doesn't mean that's what we're going to catch. If we get a huss or anything or a ray or whatever, I'll take it. But people, I need to show you this. Look at that. Just look at that. I can hear the birds whistling up and down the Menai. I can hear these little ripples crashing on the rocks. And it is just absolutely silent here. It's just out of this world, isn't it? This is what I was on about earlier in the video. Done a lot of harbours and piers, which I love all types of fishing, but just being secluded, like, just, you know, I think the nearest people are over there fishing the other side of the Menai. It's just different, isn't it? Oh, we're losing focus. Hold on, let's let it focus. There you go. 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 We had a bit of a camera crash then, didn't we? But we got clarity back now. God, nobody likes to send blurred videos today. Don't turn off, people. You won't get that blurredness again. But yeah. Wow. Right, I'm going to get these rods in. It's just so special. And to me, fishing is like this. You don't have to be catching fish. I haven't even put the rods in the water yet. I've got them set up. I'm ready. But, you know, just this is why we come fishing. Right then, let's do it. It's only a matter of time before you see me pulling a big cod up here like that, going, oh my God, look at the size of that. Wouldn't that be nice? So I can't get that sunset out of my head. So special. Anyway, I could sit here all night, or stand here all night, and not even put these rods in, and have the best time ever. But we're going to put them in. I have no idea how snaggy it is. We're going to find out. I've got 6-ounce grippers on now. It is a big tide. I've got some 8 and some 9-ounce grippers in there, should I need them. We'll just see how a 6-ounce goes. Don't really want to launch the worm bait too far. See, if I'm after bass, you know, they do come up in the shallows. I'm just going to give that just a bit of a gentle lob. The cod bait, however, I am definitely going to give that a bit of oomph. Get that right out. Oh my God, are we pulling? Are we pulling? Let's just see how that sits first. Let's just see how we sit. Right, that is pulling. That is pulling. It's still pulling round to the right. I can watch the line there. I think it's settled. Definitely did pull for a bit. Let's tighten up into it. But I think we're all right now. Or is that still pulling? No, it's pulling round to the right. Yeah, it's still pulling right. I need to grab something from off this thing. Whoopsie doodle. Before I even cast the left rod out, I'm going to put one of these 8-ounce grippers on. The 6-ounce just isn't holding, which is a bit shizen. Let's hope this extra couple of ounce makes a difference. It is a big tide. It's a full moon and a big tide. It seems to have settled now, but it was definitely pulling in a little bit. So yeah, the 8 ounces on there now. Hopefully this will not slide around as much. And I will put an 8 ounce on that left rod as soon as it comes back in. But you've got to learn new marks, haven't you? I did think it'll be pulling a bit, hence why I picked up the 8 ounces earlier. And that's being launched. Well, that is right out there, that is. Right out there. Big ball of goodness for the cod. Just have to see how we go, won't we? I don't think I've actually got much fishing time here. The water doesn't seem to be dropping that fast considering it's a big tide. Well, yeah, we'll just tighten up into that. And there we go, we're fishing. Yes! Bit of a bend in each one when I reel in. That's what we like to see. And now we wait. But yeah, I don't know which rod I'd want to go. I did think about bringing fishy baits because I know you do get congers and huss around here. Me and Mike from That's a Bite have fished the sandbank opposite at Moley Don. Probably at least 20 or 30 times. I've not fished it for a year or two, to be honest. But when we have fished it, we have had some sessions. You can see well, when I first started filming sea fishing videos, which was only a couple of years ago, I've not been sea fishing for more than probably 3 years, three and a half years. I was a carp angler, you know, a puddle chucker. I caught a lot of the carp around the area, a lot of the big carp. And then in COVID, I decided to try sea fishing. And I was literally hooked, excuse the pun. And it's just the unknown, isn't it? It's like, you just don't know. And I do love all types of fishing. I've got off the carp fishing now. I do like a bit of river fishing, a bit of pike fishing, a bit of perch fishing, a bit of lure fishing. Yeah, just gone off the carp. Totally gone off the carp. And ponds in general, you know, the lakes. Because everybody knows what's in a lake. Unless it's a big reservoir, you know, with wild fishing. But all your commercial lakes, I've just gone totally off. But canals, streams, rivers, and number one, the sea. They do it for me. I forgot what I was saying now. But anyway, me and Mike, that's the bite, opposite on the sandbar. We've had like some sessions we've had between us 10 or 15 bullocks with 4 or 5 doubles mixed in. So that's why I was tempted to bring some fishy baits, but when there's bass and cod out there, you don't really want to be chucking fishy baits in, do you? So this is what I'm up against, and this is what I got. So that took me about 5 minutes then to tell you the reason why I haven't got fishy baits, and went off on a totally different story. But yeah, we might catch a fish, we might not. But you see it as it is. See, I don't know this mark, I know nothing about it. I fished it once on high water, around the corner in the little cove, I suppose you could say, and realised then it was a low water mark. Now I could be fishing a quarter of a mile that way, I could be round the headlands here. I just don't know nothing about it. I could be right in front of a snag pit now with no fish there or whatever. But it's nice to find a mark, walk down to it and learn it on your own, instead of just like, you know, oh, somebody says come and fish here, fish there, cast there, you'll catch fish. I'm totally just doing what I think's right here, and it might be totally wrong. But I'm doing what I think's going to work. I've looked at what I think looks like I'm closer to the channel. I've looked at what I think looks the clearer ground. I know what fish are swimming round. I'll put what rigs I think might work. And I'm definitely no pro. Probably a beginner more than anything, but we're after one, aren't we? We're after one. Just a fish under the belt would be nice at first, wouldn't it? Just get something in there. You know, a nice cod or a bass. Ooh, wouldn't it be nice? Well, I just had my first occurrence, people. It wasn't much. It wasn't much at all. But it was a little pull on the right bait, which is intended for cod. It was just a little ping, little pull down and ping up. Could have been crabby. Did look crabby. They've been in about 20-25 minutes now, so I'm going to probably give them another 5 minutes. Then I'm going to change them and have a look. And I'll show you exactly what's happening. But yeah, it's about 45 minutes till the water turns. And I know from fishing the Straits many times over the last few years, it normally fishes better when it starts to flood. We're still on the ebb now, it's just coming down to low water. As soon as it turns, normally when I'm fishing Beaumaris, Molly Don, the Menai, even this side on under the Britannia Bridge and that, it normally switches on as soon as it turns. So I'm hoping that's what's going to happen. But yeah, no pecker bites or nothing, which is good. Or is it good? Do we want the peckers there? Will the bass and the cod be feeding on the peckers? We both know. We all know that they love a good pecker, don't they? I'd like to say as well, people, and everybody watching, we've hit 73,000 subscribers at the time of filming this vid. It was only 13 days ago I hit 72,000, so 1,000 of you have decided to, you know, subscribe and follow the channel in the last 13 days. That is incredible. And I'm pushing for 100,000 this year, and I think it's going to happen. As long as I can keep doing what I do and you keep doing what you do, we will hit 100,000 by the end of the year. It's a bit of a push, but we can do it. So a massive thanks to each and every one of you. And I've definitely got a load of good stuff planned, a load of good stuff. A good mix as well, a lot of different types of things and some new stuff, and you know, mix it up a little bit, not keep doing the same. But yeah, it's slow here now, but I'm not too bothered. As soon as 6:30 comes, which is in about 45 minutes, I'll be changing baits every 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll be putting the effort in. But for now, I'm just watching the tips, just waiting for the right time to come. I'm definitely no expert on the Menai Straits, but I've fished it enough to know when bite time is. So another 45 minutes, and I'll be predicting that it just kicks off. But we are in the middle of January, and it is bloody freezing. But you know, just because it's winter don't mean you ain't going to catch nothing. Well, these rods have been in for about 30-40 minutes now. The right rod keeps having these weird things happening to it. It keeps going down slow, then up, then a little down and up, then down, down and up. I'm going to check it because there's definitely something going on, but I don't think it's a fish. So yeah, we'll see what happens now. I'd be happy just to have no snags. That would be the best option. Just to be able to... Oh, was that a bite on the left one then? Or was it me? I think there's a fish on here, actually. I think there is, yeah. I think there's something on here. It don't feel bad. I think there's something on. Yeah, there's a fish on. It's been having like a weird bite, but there's definitely something on here now. Definitely something on. It's bouncing a bit. Oh, there's no snags out there. I need to see what this is. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose it. Right, get above it. Get above it. It's definitely something. What, I don't know, but there's something. Come on. It's it's a dogfish. Is it? Or is it a little oss? Oh, it's a fat dogfish. That'll do, won't it? It's a start. So I've been watching this rod now for about 6 or 7 minutes. And it's been having these little nudges and bites. And that's a good dogfish, that is, to be honest. Not that we're here for dogfish. But let's get that out. Well, that's all right, actually, because that means effectively this rod hasn't been fishing for the last, well, since I've started having them bites. We have got a nice doggy. It's not a bad doggy, that, is it really? It's a good sized doggy. Can you get that back? It's a bit of it's got a little belly on him, look, a little porky belly. So we get this one back. Well, that's all right, 'cause that's the first cast, really, isn't it? I was going to show you the bites, but it's a dogfish. It's only a dogfish, but it's a fish on the first cast, isn't it? Right, let's see what's going on this left one. There has been a few little knocks and nudges on this one too. You know what, I think there's something on here too. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Feels like there is. No, it's just gone light. It did feel like there was, actually. It did just go light though. We'll see when it gets in closer. Let's have a look, let's have a look. Yeah, we have. It's a packer. That's 2 casts and 2 fish. Whoop, slipped on a rock then. That's all right, isn't it? Well, I've left them in because the bites didn't look that good. Maybe I'm just in a deep channel and you can't recognise the bites. But that is 2 casts and 2 fish. You can't grumble at that, can you? First 2 casts on a new mark and 2 fish. Not the intended species. I wanted a bass and a cod. Instead, we've got a dogfish and a whiting. Yeah, let's get this one back. Happy days. Happy days. So all that time I've been sat there, and I didn't want to eager beaver the bites. I've seen both rods going, yeah. There was a fish on each one, so basically I've scuppered my chances of a good fish, so I've left them fish on too long. Right, I'm going to get baited up and get back out. I feel like I've wasted fishing time now, but I've got another big ball of goodness on there, which is worm, crab, mussel and squid. Hook points are sharp, and I'm going to get it back out. Yeah, I kept having these weird little bites. It wasn't even like a proper thing, it was just like, so I must be like fishing that far out or in some sort of weed or something where the bites aren't showing. So after seeing that, I might start lifting up into what I think is a bite a little bit earlier instead of waiting. So I could have just wasted a bit of fishing then. But really happy with that, to be fair. 2 casts, 2 fish. So let's get this big ball of goodness back out further. Wallop. Ooh, good. I need to put the 8-ounce lead on the left rod now where I've got the worms on, don't I? because that little 6 ounce, not that 6 ounce is little, but it's littler than the 8 ounce, that just isn't doing the business. So let that tighten. Right, that's back out. I'm going to switch this over now, get an 8 ounce on here. So you keep your eye on that rod for me while I get an 8 ounce lead on here and a new worm. We've got an 8 ounce on there now, and I've got another worm on that big pulley pedal. Both hook points showing. Let's get that back in. 2 species down now. We definitely can't complain. 2 casts, 2 different species. And it's not even started flooding back in yet. So you just never know, do you? You never know what's going to show itself. You just never know. Not so far on this one, just a little lob like that. Don't want to go too far on that one. Hoping that 8 ouncer will hold a bit more. We're in. We're fishing again. As I say, the bites on both of them, even the dogfish bite, which you'd think a dogfish out in the current, the flow that's out there, even if it just grabs it and hangs onto it, it's going to go round. But it was just little like, there was like really not much happening. That's fishing on braid too. So just see what happens. See what happens. I reckon we're coming up to low water now and it's going to start turning very soon. And when it does, I'm going to stay for an hour. And then I am going to have to get out of here because I don't want to, well, if I don't get out of here, you might not see another video from me, put it that way. In all fairness, I've probably got a couple hours here, but an hour is enough. I know when I've got to go. When that water gets back to my tripod, I've got to get out of here. It's as simple as that. Never risk it. If in doubt, get out. That's what I say. Here we go on the right one. Here we go. That's on. Let's have a feel. Give me a little nudge. Oh, it was a decent bite, that as well. Come on. Oh, big bite on the worm rod. What do I do? They're both going. Right. I've got to hit the worm one in case it's a bass. That one can stay there for a minute. Oh no. There's a bite on both rods at the same time. Right, I'm going to leave them both where they are. Whichever one has the next bounce, I'm going to hit. Yeah, it's on the left rod. It's on the left rod. Oh. Fish on. Oh. Something on here. Let's get that torch on. This feels like it's kicking a bit, to be honest. Oh, it's just gone loose. Unless it's a pecker in a snag. See what we got, see what we got, see what we got. Don't feel massive. I'm more interested what's going on with that right one and that big ball of goodness. Oh, it's just snagged up there. No! Oh, it's out. What we got? Right, we've lost that fish. That's not a bother. What's happened? It's just come off. There's no bait left, no fish on. Both rods at the same time. Oh, it's a lovely little mark, this. I'm going to get this worm back out. There was a bite on that one, which was a better bite on a bigger bait. Right, I don't want to take my eyes off that rod, but I want to get this one back out. It's kicking off a bit, isn't it? It's just started turning now, and just as I suspected, it's just started kicking off. Right, I'm going to get a worm back out on this one, and then I'm going to check what's going on there. One thing I have just learned, if I've got a fish on, I've got to bully it now because the snag's out there, so I've got to get the rod up high and get that fish in. Well, every cast has had a bite, and to be fair, if somebody would have said to me, fishing a new mark, every cast that you put in, you're going to get a bite, I'd have took that all day long. See what's going on here. I'm going to have to bully it. We're up. I think there's a fish on, actually. Why am I not seeing the bites? I think there's a fish on here again. Definitely feels heavy. Feels heavier than the lead. Oh, it's gone a bit lighter now. Let's have a look what we've got. If anything. Don't feel like there's anything on now. There might be, I don't know. No, we've got nothing on. I think there's a fish on that left one. Yeah, there's something going on there. Is that? Yeah, there's something happening. Something happening on the left one. Or there was. Oh, and on the right one then. Yeah, there's something on there. Something on there. The flow seems to be picking up. Oh, there's one on the left one as well. We're getting double takes again. Oh, I think that's a fish. That's a fish. Right, we're going to keep this one coming in faster now because of the snags. And I think there's something going on that one as well. There's definitely something on here. What I don't know. Just keep it above the snags. Keep that rod up. That's the main thing. What is it? It's oh, what's that? It's a pecker and a rock. That made it feel heavy. I was keep. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've just caught a cod. That's a codling. I've got a codling. Oh my god. That is a little codling. I've just caught a cod. I've had a bloody cod. I have had a cod. That's my second. Actually, I'm in North Wales now. I'm on that side. I've caught a bloody cod. He's going, look. There he goes, look. Right, guys. I don't know what to say. I was putting that little fish back. I am shaking now. My tripod is on the floor. The rod with a big cod bait on has just gone clean over. Pulled the tripod over, and I've just grabbed my rod by the edge of the water there, and it was pulling. I've had a fish on. Obviously I wasn't recording because I've took my phone off the tripod. My rod is being pulled down the bank here. I've got it. I've felt something massive and it's come off. This is carnage. There's rods everywhere. I need to get these rods back in. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the hell was that? Right, guys. Recording that for that card and recording it going back has just lost me something massive. Don't know what to say. The tripod went over and the rod's been dragging down the beach. I've had the camera on my hand because I was filming the cod go back. I threw the camera on the bank and got it. Felt something pulling me like that. And I've just got it coming in, then it's gone ping and come off. So I'm going to forget that camera's there now. That camera cost me then. I'm going to get the baits back out. I nearly lost the rod then, and I've lost a massive fish. A massive fish. The entire tripod and the rod, the bite went like that, and the rod, everything's just gone whack. And it was on a big cod bait, crab, lug, squid, and mussel. Right, I'm going to get fishing. I've got about half an hour left here. I'll talk to you, and I'll tell you what's going on, but I'm not touching that camera again. I've just put another massive big ball of goodness out. Squid, crab, mussel, and black lug. I'm going to get it straight back out. So I don't think that would have been a cod, because if it had been a cod, you don't get big cod in the Menai. It's not like the Mersey or the East Coast. I'd barely go above 2 or 3 pound in the Menai. Pretty rare in here, to be fair. It could have been, I don't know, a big ray, maybe a big huss or something. I don't know. If it was a cod, it would have been a monster. Wow. Let's get this straight back out. This was a lunge as well. This was a big, absolute massive cast. So we're going to do it again. We're going to swing back. Wallop. That's right out in the flow. I'm going to get another worm baiting close. Well, things have calmed down a little bit now. That was absolutely crazy. I'm not going to tell you what happened again, but that was just like boom, 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 bang. Ah! It could not have been a cod, because as I say, you don't get the big cod here, not the big cod. Maybe a big conger, because I'm fishing deep in the channel. It was a massive bait. Maybe a big ray. or something. Maybe a big bass, I don't know. I just couldn't see a cod doing that bite and doing that. It just absolutely went like boom, boom, boom. I was like, ah. Incredible. I've literally got to go very soon. The water's coming back to the tripod, and if I don't leave here within the next 10 or 15 minutes, I'm going to be cut off. Believe me, I don't want to leave, and I'm sure you don't want me to leave. You want to see what happens here, but I will be back. Every cast has been a bite. Every cast. I think pretty much every cast has been a fish on. We might have dropped or missed or whatever, but yeah. What a place. What a place. The channel, the main channel, is only about 20 yards out. And 20 yards out, you can see the angle of my lines. You see the angle of them lines? The lines go in the water there, but it's dropped forever. It's just like doof, doof, doof. So I'm right in the mix. Like right in the mix, close in. But you're just limited for fishing here. And my predictions was right. It kicked off when the tide turned. It kicked off big time. I will be back here, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. You'll see what the hell took my rod off the rest, because I'm going to come back and get it. I am. But another codling. Another little codling. And that's going into my Anglesey Tight Lines comp. I'll take a screenshot of the video. I haven't took a picture of the whiting or the doggy, because I'm sure I'm going to catch loads of them. But the codling, you just don't know. They're going to be moving out soon, aren't they? But yeah, that's my second North Wales cod. I've had one from the Conway River. And this is, even though I'm fishing the Menai, I'm on the North Wales side, not Anglesey side. So this is a North Wales cod. And I have had a cod from opposite, from the Anglesey side. So I'm getting through them. That's free now. And a lot of the fishing I've been doing is targeting the huss, the congers and that. So when I have actually come and had a go, I've had a couple. Which ain't bad, is it? It ain't bad. It just proves that they are all over the strait, because I've had them from this side, from that side. Even though there ain't loads about, they are here. It's good to see a little codling like that as well. The last one I had was about 5 times the size of that from opposite. But that was a little one. When I caught that one from opposite, at the same time I had rods bouncing and fish lost on the other. So they're definitely here. That water is creeping in too fast for my liking. It is a big tide, and I am going to have to wrap up and get out of here. As much as I want to stay, I can't stay. I've got to get the rods in like any second now. So I'm going to start putting the camera equipment away, which I'm recording with, and all the lights. And if anything does happen, I'll show you. But it is safety first, and I've got to get out of here. I could probably push it for another 20 minutes, half hour, but it's just not worth it. Not over a fish. So yeah, I've got that little window of opportunity, and I made it happen. 3 species. 3 fish, 3 species. I think I've only had 3 casts on each rod. God. I can't wait to get back to this, Mark. I might even be here tomorrow. But by the time you see this video could have been filmed like 5 days ago. I've just picked up a brand new underwater camera as well. Somebody sponsored me for one. Camfish. Proper good bit of kit. Like all the underwater cameras with the lights, all the software. I've got to get an app for it. And my plan is, which I haven't seen done on sea fishing before, is film the fish underwater taking the bait and then trying to show you the bite on the rod. If a conger takes the bait, I want to film it and show you the bites. If a bass takes it, I want to show you. If a cod takes it, because everybody says, oh, that was a bass bite, that was a smooth hound, but I actually want to show you really what the bites are like. And I've got a few places where it's a bit clearer water, where it's nice and deep in the side, to drop the camera down, put a bait in front of it and try and film the fish picking the bait up, and then another camera on the rod tip, and as it picks it up, show you what's happening. It's going to be hard work, it is, but it's something I want to do, and I will do it. Just might take a few attempts. So I'm going to knock this camera off now. If anything else happens, I will definitely bring you back, but if not, I'll see you in the next video. And to be fair, the next video might well be here tomorrow night. After what's happened here tonight. Losing the big fish was one thing, but I've also caught a cod, so the cod are here. There's big fish here. Yeah, so I'm going to get wrapped up. I know I'm talking too much, but I'm a bit excited. It all went off. And they're the fishing moments we love, aren't they, when it goes off like that? It just went. But looking at that water now, I've got to get out of here, people. So, adios. I'll see you all in the next video. Hit that subscribe button. Tatio!